Welcome to Power Fridays Live, the channel that aims to make a difference in the world through transformation, spiritual growth, and for entrepreneurs. Our vision is to empower individuals to live their lives with purpose and to make a positive impact on the world. We believe that power and purpose are the driving forces behind success and fulfillment in both personal and professional life. Through our broadcast, we discuss business strategies and techniques that can help entrepreneurs achieve their goals and take their business to the next level. We believe that through sharing knowledge and experience, we can empower each other to succeed and make a difference in the world. Now here's our host, Janelle Pulley.
Hello, welcome to Power Fridays Live. I am super excited to be here with you on this Friday evening. And I am presenting myself in a leadership capacity. I asked a question out on Facebook. What do you know me for? What am I about? What is it that I do? And I got various answers. And it was very nice to know how some people view me, see me, and know me, and what people share about me. And I love the comment that someone said, "You're everything." You're everything. So yes, I love connecting people. I love connecting people, information, and making a difference. And I'm your host, Janelle Pulley, and I'm super excited to be here with you this evening to share a conversation about leadership and through business and for entrepreneurs. I had a conversation earlier about the difference between leadership and management skills. And I was like, there is a difference between leadership and management, isn't there? And so I'm like, let me dive more into that and dig a little deeper, about what the difference is when it comes to being a leader as an entrepreneur and leading yourself in business. I've had a opportunity to be part of master classes with many different people this past couple of weeks, and I learned something new. I took a jewel and a gem from each one of them, and I know that be do and have the greatness that you desire because the greatness is in you is what we say. But I'm like, what does that really mean to be great? I'm presenting this podcast message in honor of Wydrate Nelson, Wydrate Lakeith Nelson. He was a brother who appeared on this broadcast on March 17th, 2023, with a remarkable story on how he beat stage 4 colon cancer. And I'm very sad to share the news. I will be attending his services on tomorrow, and he was a great spirit person and person with a man with a great spirit, a great father, and a person who made difference in the world, and with his motivational speaking and with his books, and just his mindset about being diagnosed with cancer. It wasn't a death sentence for him. It was a way to where, as long as he had breath in his life and the ability to perform and to share his message, that's what he did. And I am thankful to God for him to have shared his message on Power Fighters Live broadcast. Please do go back to our March 17th, 2023 broadcast to see the rebroadcast from last year. And we'll be having a flashback Fridays for Power Fridays Live here in the near future. So we definitely, want you to hear his story because it's so impactful. It's so powerful. And if you don't get anything from what he said or what I'm sharing with you today, and as the great W. Clement Stone said, do it now. Do it now. And therefore you won't have any regrets if something happens, if something occurs. Pick up the phone, call that person, share it with that person. Hey, I love you today, I was thinking about you. Now, as soon as someone hits my brain in my spirit and I think about them, I pick up the phone and I call them, or I reach out to them in some other way to see. I may send them a text message. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? What's happening? And if they number change, please, when they give you their new number, call it immediately, because you just never know, what may happen and when may be your last conversation that you have with that loved one, with that person. And that's what a leader does. A leader takes action. If anything, a leader takes action on everything that they so desire to accomplish. So, with that being said, let me dive deep. I have my notes here, and then we're going to dive deep into this conversation. And you want to embrace anything that is, happening in your favor, and the way that you need it, the way that you need it to happen. So, just give me a moment here. I have my notes, and we will get started. And I will share with you this evening as we embark upon this journey to explore the pivotal role of leadership in entrepreneurial endeavors. Leadership isn't just about managing people, as I said earlier. It's about inspiring them, guiding them, and propelling them towards a shared vision of success. Throughout what I'm sharing with you tonight, we'll delve deep into a fundamental principle of leadership and how to apply the dynamics of leadership. So, before we dive into the specifics, I'd like to outline a key of the themes that we'll be covering today, and that's understanding leadership, vision and strategy, communication and collaboration, adaptability and resilience, empowering others. That's what Power Fridays Live is all about, empowering others. So let's now explore in leadership being the cornerstone of entrepreneurial success. Is the driving force behind innovation, growth, and sustainability. But what exactly is leadership? At its core, leadership is about inspiring others to achieve a common goal. Well, what goal is that? The goal that you have created. And I'm hoping that you've written down. I'm hoping that you have written down your vision and your goals to make them plain. And navigating uncertainty. Things happen, plans change, even your goals may change. I remember when I was younger, I had a goal set forth to go to this college so that I can get a job. They promised you a job after you graduated, and then to work for a Fortune 500 company was my desire. They're like, "Yes, come, go to this school, we'll help you with employment." They I got an interview with top companies within the market in St. Louis, Missouri at the time, and I did land with a nonprofit organization that was really great, and led me to all of the leaderships. It's called Leadership St. Louis, as a matter of fact. The leadership that all of the people who were the people to know in St. Louis at that time, and leadership was where my foundation was with that company, with that nonprofit organization. And then I went on to work for a Fortune 100 company. I did one better with Apple Computer, and I worked for them for almost 5 years. I was leading up to my 5 year. I was going to be vested in everything, but that went away when I got laid off right before my 5 years. But that was navigating. I had to navigate uncertainty, and I didn't know that I was going to be laid off. What are you going to do? Whenever that happened, of course, I got another job, and I was then booking professional speakers part time, my side hustle that's been happening since the mid 1990s. And I always loved doing that. So I had to navigate uncertainty in that way. And then driving for positive change. Well, the positive change for me was getting another position with another company doing what I enjoy doing. And also, I love bringing people together. I enjoy people being able to laugh, and I love the crowds and getting going after the crowds, sharing with the people, here's a ticket to the show. I loved all of that, so that they can have a positive experience. And of course, bringing about positive change in the environment is very important. And in the entrepreneurial context, I didn't even know I was being an entrepreneur out there hitting the streets, marketing, promoting, and sharing with everyone that I ran in contact with. And I still have lifelong friendships today as a result of me being bold and going to up to a complete stranger, asking them, "Hey, will you buy a ticket to come to this comedy show?" Or would you buy a ticket? Actually, I have a friend. I was in a pageant for Miss Black Missouri, and I was Miss Black Benton Park. And to this day, we still have a relationship, a friendship that's lasted that many years, all because I saw this guy in the parking lot and I was like, "Hey, will you do this?" And it took leadership. It took me by my boldness, being a bold leader and opening up my mouth. My we're going to have someone next month, your voices, your activating your voice is just so important, with all of how leadership works. And effective leadership can mean the difference between success and failure if you open up your mouth or not, and share your vision, share your goals. So do know that there is not a one size fits all approach to leadership. Different situations call for different leadership styles. And entrepreneurs must be adaptable in their approach, whether it's democratic, transformational, situational, or servant leadership. Each style has its unique strengths and applications in the entrepreneurial landscape. So, what does that mean exactly? Because, leadership isn't about me, going up, being bold, asking this person to attend an event, or saying, "Hey, this is what I'm doing." It's about self-awareness and emotional intelligence. And I've learned so much. I'm actually certified coach in emotional intelligence. I went through a rigorous training to learn about emotional intelligence and self awareness. I was told in business, at one of the corporate jobs that I worked, that I was not self aware. And I have a passion for people. I have a passion for others. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not self aware? And it was that for that reason that I was like, well, let me become self-aware because I know what I wish y'all would be doing. But this is not happening the way, that I would think that it should happen from what my experience from the past. And of course, I learned, don't take your past into the present from your experience and what is going on now. Be present right now. Be present in this moment. It does not serve you to bring things from the past. And that's how I was operating. So once I was shared that feedback, I became self-aware. I looked at, well, what is emotional intelligence? I improved my emotional intelligence. And now I know how to approach situations, or I wish to approach a situation differently in the moment, being present with that person to and checking in with them to see, what is there for you. But emotional intelligence are, important component in effective leadership. But understanding our own strengths, weaknesses, and emotions, we can better connect with others to foster that trust and inspire confidence. I want to, share that, being that person, um, tapped into my emotions because, like I shared with you before, I'm a very passionate person. And I would like to, look at the vision and the strategy of living in this world and in business, to know that managing when somebody upsets you, managing being your upset is very important to business, and wanting to be able to release that anger or that feeling of emotional upset in that moment. We have the skills. We have the skills developed to do that. And that we'll share with you and it's called reclaiming your power. And it takes about 5 minutes, intentional 5 minutes, to reclaim your power. And it makes and we'll probably, have someone who is going to come join us later and share that. I can share that as well, and we'll have a whole topic about reclaiming your power here in the near future. So look out for that. And reclaiming your money power is like super important as well. So let's shift our focus though to the importance of like vision and strategy in entrepreneurship. Having a clear vision It serves as a guiding light for entrepreneurs, providing direction, purpose, and motivation. It's vision, having a vision is not enough. Writing your vision and making it plain is not enough. You must develop a strategic plan to turn that vision into reality. How do we turn that vision into a reality? What is the first step, you may ask? Well, it's going to take something. It's going to take everything that you have to make that possible. So I'm going to um, um, think about that for a minute. Turning your vision into reality. I dreamed dreams when you were younger. You may had a dream, like Martin Luther King Jr. He had a dream. Some of his dreams been realized, but the strategic plan for turning his dream, his vision into the reality, it's still being worked on today. But the crafting the compelling vision to capture the imagination, to inspire people to action, to inspire yourself to action, you have to have a team. You have to have people what in the boxing ring has established in your corner. You know, Muhammad Ali, he had, his cut man, he had his people in his corner. And I would like to shed light on that as well, is like you have to have those people in your corner that is going to be there for you, guiding you, encouraging you, keeping your minds keep and you're responsible for your mindset, be it as it may. However, someone is going to be there to champion you, to believe in you so that you can have that belief in yourself. And that is one of the things that I am so grateful and thankful for, the team of people who are supporting me behind the scenes with Power Fridays Live, that they have a belief in me and I have a belief in myself. And as a matter of fact, I had this t-shirt made. Wingy Apparel. I have to, shout out to Raheem Shabazz. I said, well, hey, can you put on there, she believes she can. She believes she can. And that belief system is very important. You want to be grounded into that belief, your belief system, into the reality that what you believe you can achieve. And by articulating the clear and compelling vision, you can ignite the passion, your drive, and innovation to do business with people that you never imagined that you would do business with, to attract top talent. Right now there's a phone call that I've been saying, and I'm talking to you guys now about leadership. So I need to take the lead in my own life and make that phone call. It's like whatever that phone call it is that you don't want to make or that you're scared about making, make that phone call, because that could be your $1 million phone call. You don't have to buy that lottery ticket tonight. Okay, you can just make that phone call or do what that you need to do, or what you desire to do that you've been procrastinating on, or that you said, hey, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. No, do it now. Make that call. It's going to give you what you need to catapult yourself into what you really want and desire, the desires of your heart, the true desires of your heart. So, with vision, without strategy, of course, I mentioned, you have a dream. That's it. But you must develop a concrete strategy to translate your vision into tangible results. Like I said, pick up that phone, make that phone call, send that message, drive by that person's house, knock on the door. Yes, you need a call before you come, but if they're a true friend, they're going to go ahead and let you in. But this involves, setting goals. Number one, have your journal, set your goals, have your book. I think I have several books actually. Have your weekly planner, have your planner, and set your goals. Identify the milestones that you want to hit. I have stickers on my walls in my office that, okay, that's my milestone. My mindset determines my income. I have my income goal there. I have these specific goals and the milestones by when the calendar is there, so that I can stay on track. And of course, allocate your resources effectively is key. Buying my book, Money Just Flew Out the Window, how to create a relationship with wealth living from paycheck to paycheck, you know, using your resources effectively. In the book, I share with you that you can go and rent what you need instead of buying it to save yourself money on whatever it is that you're doing. So I used to own some things that I'm like, why do I own this now? And other people are renting what I said, oh, let me buy that for myself. No, I should have rented the item versus purchasing the item because I ended up selling it anyway because I didn't keep it because I only need it for a season. But while other people are renting things because they don't need to use it year round and it's only a seasonal, sometimes making that investment, it's better to rent versus buy. So you want to look at that, allocating your resources effectively. I share about that in a book in my chapter in Money Just Flew Out the Window. And you want to craft a well-defined business strategy. We have the social media. We have social media that supports us and help us now with our business strategies and with getting the word out and marketing our business properly. And so that we can navigate any challenges, seize any opportunities. There's an opportunity waiting for you. You just have to go after it. And this is what can lead to your long term success. But communicating what you have available to help people is very important. Sending that message out there, it's like, well, what do I do? It's like, well, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Yes, I'm a child of God. Yes, I'm a mother. Yes, I'm a sister. I'm a cousin. And, I'm a friend. But communication is the lifeblood of leadership and entrepreneurship. For those people that know me, that love me, they're like, oh, I need to say, would like to communicate what my true vision and strategy is for me to sustain my business. Communicating your vision and strategies clearly, marketing your business, marketing your brand clearly is very important, but being consistent, we're here consistent every Friday night with an entrepreneur interview or me sharing my entrepreneurship journey, with you as well, consistently and persuasively. Moreover, collaboration is essential for achieving the ki- entrepreneurial objectives, whatever you have and whatever you desire to do. Collaborating with others, not being a lone ranger, in a sense. The solopreneurs even have a virtual assistant. And what they say, the Lone Ranger, he had Tonto. So, yeah, and no matter how you cut it, no matter how you dice it, slice it, and a lot of you can't be in this world and you can't do it alone. You have to do it with a team of people or with someone in your corner. Okay. So, you want to have open communication and build trust within your team and unleash your potential within your organization, and just never give up, never cut yourself short in anything that you do, and openly communicate so that you can be transparent and honest and give honest feedback and share with others, and give constructive dialogue. That's goes back to the emotional to intelligence piece, you know giving that um, feedback in a way, in a manner where someone can easily digest it in a positive way. You want to create a safe space for communicating with your audience, with the people who you are looking to serve, and speak up, take ownership in all the ways that you need to guide you, because you can't succeed. You're not doing this by yourself. You can't do it alone. You have to collaborate, to have teamwork, because it's essential for achieving your ultimate goal. By leveraging your diverse skills, perspectives, and experiences within a team, you can tackle complex challenges. You can take on anything, because it's important to be innovative and deliver exceptional results. So, with the teamwork, with all that you do, that's what you want to achieve. exceptional results. So, going on to resilience and adaptability, that's important as we are taking this entrepreneurial journey in leadership. In the face of adversity, resilience and adaptability are the keys to survival. I just recently purchased Tyrion Jackson's Choosing Resilience book. I haven't been able to read it yet, but I'm going to be reaching out to that brother. I'm picking up the phone, y'all, and calling him to get his to invite him to this broadcast so that he can share his story and share his book and his message, because choosing resilience, I can only imagine whenever what I have read about him and what I have seen uh, about him, and who shared with me that he was is alive, existing, and sharing this message, choosing resilience. I was just like, wow. I don't know what I would do in that situation. And of course, oftentimes we don't, but keep going, keep moving, keep pressing on. Entrepreneurship is inherently unpredictable and the setbacks are inevitable, but it's not the challenges that we face that define us. And I'm so happy to share that. It's how we respond to them, and how that brother Tyrion Jackson has responded to his life. He's showing up for his life, and by cultivating a growth mindset and embracing the change, we can turn obstacles into opportunities and emerge stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. That's what I've heard from Tamron Hall's show, Stronger Than Ever. And resilience, it's not about avoiding failure, it's about learning from it. This whole life that we live is a learning experience. I'm a lifelong learner, and I'm happy to say that. I've bounced back from setbacks, and Lord knows I've made a comeback. And because I've stayed focused on the big picture and maintained a positive attitude. I remember when I didn't have a place to live. And a friend of mine, I went and lived with him and his wife, and they had an extra bedroom. And he's like, how are you going to do this? And you're in this situation, and you had to come live with us. And I'm just like, well, my belief system. It was what was driving me, my belief system, my positive attitude. Well, I know I'm not going to be here a long time. I know I'm only going to be here for a short time because I'm getting myself together. I'm getting it together again. And, I made some poor choices, made bad decisions, but I'm getting myself together again. And through that experience, I was more resilient, and I wanted to get out of that situation. I did. A grown woman, living with some other adults, and they're great friends. I'm so grateful to them. It's kind of like Tyler Perry's story where he said, oh, he slept on friends' couches. Well, I didn't have to sleep on the couch. I had an actual bed. So I'm thankful to God for that, that I did not go a day without a roof over my head. And I maintain a positive attitude through all of it. A positive mental attitude is a must. And I embraced where I made my mistakes. I embraced where I made poor choices, bad decisions. And the failure was a natural part of my entrepreneur journey, because I can't be here sharing with you what I'm sharing with you right now about the importance. I was licensed. I'm a licensed insurance agent. I'm out making money. The people aren't paying their bills. I get a big charge back, so therefore I have no money. So it's a learning curve. It was a really big learning curve in that regard. But I kept going. I kept going. I kept striving. I kept thriving. That's why Rise Up and Thrive is the name of my company now, because it's about rising up and it's about thriving, and of course it's about winning as well. So, building the resilience that you need for your entrepreneurial journey and fostering innovations, I had to be creative, and to become and continues to become successful. But once I want to say more importantly that I always wanted to empower people. Always wanted to empower others. I never looked at my situation, even knowing that some people they didn't know what I was going through. I didn't look like what I was going through, as what my one friend tells me in his conversation, and the empowerment of others in entrepreneurship as a leader is imperative, because true leadership isn't about extorting control, it's about empowering others to reach their full potential. You want to delegate responsibilities, provide mentorship, and create a culture of accountability. I have my accountability partner, um, Letty Bertrand, and It's been amazing, amazing, amazing. She's been in my corner. She's been in my corner. She's my cut man, cut girl, cut woman, whatever you want to say. But that accountability partner makes a difference. You and the people behind the scenes and on my team right now, they hold me accountable to a greater high standard than I hold myself accountable. But knowing that I have an accountability partner, I do not want to let myself down first, and I definitely don't want to let them down because I believe I can do it. Believe that she can. I believe I can do it. I want you to have that belief that you can do it as well because you are capable of being empowered and being stepping into your leadership and driving your business forward. That's what it's all about. Show up and show out. That's what I want you to do. So, delegating the responsibilities, you may say, "Oh, I can't trust anybody to do that. If I'm going to get something done, I have to do it myself." No, we're not on that program. There's a lot of people who are out in this world. They don't have what they have, the wealth that they've accumulated by not delegating the things that their weaknesses that they may have a weakness in. Delegate it. You can't do you should not want to do everything, but delegate it. It's so important. There's some things that the time that I have to delegate because I don't have the time in my calendar now that I'm a new mom, that I just have to send it out to someone else to do. I have to ask someone else to, "Oh, do you mind, taking care of this for me? Is it possible? How much do I need to pay for this service?" And do it. Delegate it. And it gives someone else, if someone I share, it's like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" and they don't know how, gives them opportunity to develop new skills and the experience and then take ownership of their work. I remember that I ran into a person who was working on his marketing degree. And there were some things about marketing that I knew that he wasn't learning in college. So I shared it with him, and he was on intern for a brief moment in time because once I share with certain people, and I empower them, and I know that I have that ability and I have that gift from God to empower others. But delegating the responsibility, then he was able to go and open up his own business and is thriving, is flourishing, and I'm so happy, that that opportunity of delegating the task that I delegated, then they were empowered to go out and flourish in their own business. But I trusted him. I really did. And trusting people to get that buy-in creates a culture. You want a culture in your leadership, so that your business can grow as well. So I know it's been a great time, and I want like for you to click the subscribe button. I would like for you to share this video, share this opportunity for someone else to be empowered through Power Fridays Live. Let us know if you want to be featured here on Power Fridays Live as well. It's like, "Hey, I want you to interview me," because we're able to leverage that video, leverage that your voice in a podcast message, in an audio message, so that if there's somebody that you want to do business with you, why not share your story with that person? Share it with them up front. People love stories. My dad was an excellent storyteller, and I have it in my DNA, y'all, to become an excellent storyteller. He could tell a story, be captivating. It could be the same story, but we would listen like we heard it again for the first time. And I shared a little bit about my story in this past half hour. So I'm hoping that it inspires you to do more. So, as a leader, leadership being the catalyst of entrepreneurial success, by understanding the fundamental principles of leadership, developing a clear vision and strategy, fostering an open communication and collaboration, cultivating resilience and adaptability, and empowering others. You, us, we, as an entrepreneur, can navigate the complex world in this business. And I encourage you to apply all of what I shared, all of these principles in your entrepreneur journey. And remember, great leaders, hey, They're not born, they're made. And with that being said, be, do, and have the greatness that you desire because the greatness is in you. This is Janelle Pulley, and I am the author of Money Just Flew Out the Window: How to Create a Relationship with Wealth, Living from Paycheck to Paycheck, coming with this great message about leadership. Take care, be blessed. We'll see you next week for another wonderful episode here with Power Fridays Live. Please tune in. Please share the video with a friend. Please subscribe to the Power Fridays Live channel or like us on Facebook.com. Take care and be blessed.